Sagaji TV.
What's good is Sagaji TV. Okay, so I am back with another video where I would like to feature authors of color. So I'm picking I think I've got 4 books this time, featuring books of authors of color. Now, mind you, I have not read these books. I don't know what they're about. I'm going to be reading the blurb for the very first time on camera. I don't know if they're good. I don't know if they're bad. I just want to, what do you call that? Uplift fellow authors. Because if you didn't know, I'm also an author. Book. That's all me. And I'm currently working on a book right now when I need to update my Instagram page so you guys know what it's about. It is a duology. Don't get me to lie, because for a small itty bitty quick second I thought, should I make it a trilogy? And then I was like, no, we'll just keep it at 2. Don't do the most, Shauna, just keep it at 2. So yeah, mind you, if you are an author of color and you want your book featured in one of my videos, hit me up, shaunasagaji@gmail.com. That's it. Yeah, so let's get through this first book. So this first book is called The Canopy Keeper by Veronica G. Henry. Again, I've never read this book. There's a good 99% chance I never will read this book, because I am not that big of a reader, even though I am an author. I can't focus on anything other than my own thoughts, even when I'm reading other works. I'll tune in, I'm like, ooh, that sounds good, but then my mind starts drifting to other things. So yeah, but here we go. Oh, what else I was gonna say? I was gonna say something else, but I don't remember. Okay, let's just get into it. Okay, The Canopy Keeper. Okay, Sarah Carton doesn't know why she accepted a job at the first female fire chief of Sequoia National Park, where decades earlier a forest fire killed her parents. That day, her brother Romello disappeared, as if pulled onto the scorched earth itself. Sarah has always had an uncanny affinity for the natural wonder of the park she protected, but after a prescribed burn that goes terribly wrong, she quits her position in disgrace. Okay, so I think it's saying that there was a forest fire, she got hurt, and it's like, I'm out. However, when another devastating wildfire breaks out, Sarah, reluctantly pulled back into action, discovers an unknown world that exists underground since the beginning of time. Again, I didn't know this was a supernatural book or like fantasy style book. Maybe I'm just naturally gravitating to them. But again, I keep picking books with cool looking covers, so I guess that cover kind of reads fantasy, supernatural powers, possibly. This secret society built around the forest's complex root system is now divided into 2 factions. One ruled by the Keeper, the giant Sasquatch, malevolent caretakers. The other by a mysterious undoer who's determined to wage war against humanity, or on humanity. Through him, nature can relent and wipe out the earth's careless ravagers for good. Torn between human loyalty and preserving the delicate balance of nature, Sarah must make a choice. One that will change her destiny and that of the world above and below. Okay, so it didn't say, it says she has an affinity for nature. It didn't say she had fire abilities or anything like that, but she discovers a world underground. Maybe it didn't give a lot, but it didn't give too much either, I guess. Next, A Legend in the Sky by Faye Orlander. Sorry, ma'am, if I pronounced your name incorrectly, which I'm pretty sure 100% did. But let's get into your book description. A Legend in the Sky. Oh, for anybody who is an author and wants me to, possibly mention their book in one of my videos, because just for easierness for me, if your name seems a little bit if people tend to say your name wrong a lot, do me a favor and like sound out your name in the spelling when you send me the email. Any like names or anything like that. That way I can say the names right and give you guys proper due credit. Again, I'm sorry. Okay, so A Legend in the Sky. All Things Shadow, Nadia. Ooh, another name. Gornhart. That's the guess. Okay, Nadia Gornhart's life. Her touch can bring a flower to bloom, and sometimes her eyes flash with glitted flames. For as long as she can remember, she believed this power to be a fragment of her imagination. How you touch a flower and it bloom and it's like, yeah, that was all in my imagination? No, the flower is still blooming, girl. Golly, accept it. Okay, until they find her, ruthless hunters their prey, her flames. When they lure her to Earth, okay, she's not even on Earth, bro. Oh no, she is on Earth. When they lure her from Earth to an archaic world. Okay, so everything she thought a lie turns out to be dangerous truth. Okay, until a prince and an heir to the very people who sees her power as their inherit offers to help her find her way, but this quest is a dangerous one that may demand an unspeakable price. Okay, with the hunters trailing her every move, Nadia must decide what sacrifices she's willing to make to find her way back, especially since her presence put something long feared into motion. A ancient secret dormant for ages are starting to stir. Perfect for fans of plot-heavy, character-driven tales with a touch of romance, A Legend in the Sky launches a spellbinding new adult epic fantasy series inspired by ancient Middle East. Okay, the next one. The Dead Cat's Tail Assassin. The Dead Cat's Tail Assassin. Now, sir, you're not going to be happy the way I pronounce your name. I'm going to go like Django style when they lay like the D is silent. So, okay, P. Jelly Clark. P. Jelly Clark or P. the Jelly Clark. Okay? So, the Dead Cat's Tail Assassination is not cats. Nor did they have tails. Okay, but they are most assuredly dead. Even the eviscerator is skilled, discreet, professional, and here for the most pressing needs in the ancient city of Tal Abisi. Kind of like that, Abisi. Her guild is strong, her blade is sharp, and her rule is simple. Those swarmed by the Matron of assassins, resurrected, deadly, wiped of their memories, have only 3 unbreakable vows. Oh, so these are like people who are undead. They were brought back to life, wiped of their memories, and be like, alright, now you work for us. They have 3 unbreakable vows. First, their contracts must be just. That's about Even's pay grade. Okay, second, even the most powerful assassin may only kill the contracted. Even's a professional. She's never missed her mark. Okay, and then the third and the simplest one, once you accept the job, you must carry it out. And if you stray, a final death will be a mercy. When the Festival of Clockwork Kings returns the city upside down, Even's newest mission brings her face to face with a past she isn't supposed to remember and a vow she can't forget. Okay, my brain don't really go any further than that. This book I'm doing next, I chose it because as soon as I looked at the cover, I thought, ooh, that looked fire. This book is called When Blood Meets Earth by E.A. Noble. Yeah, the cover of this one looks fire. I totally know it's supernatural. And by the picture, it's like there's definitely a whole lot of killing in this one. Blood and gore, that's my type of vibes. Okay, I am the daughter of... Okay, this is reading like it's her. So I'm going to put it in... I'm doing a voice for this one. Okay, let's do that one. I am the daughter of Reaper and Earth, and born from the soil and raised in the shadow of death. I do not fear you. In a kingdom where the ungifted faces exile, and war brews between the elemental elements, 20-year-old... it changes. 20-year-old Bellamy's time is running out. Without manifesting her power, she risks losing her title, her home, and the chance to protect her love. Desperate to prove herself, Bellamy, fate changes the night she crosses path with a hooded thief. They clash, sparks something deep within her, unlocking a power she never knew existed and unraveling secrets long buried. As Bellamy dives deeper into a web of betrayal and lies, she discovers that the enemy isn't who she really thought it was. Now she must decide. Will she rise to unite the kings and heal the rift between the gifted and the ungifted, or will her legacy be forged in blood and destruction? Perfect for fans of epic dark fantasy with morally complex characters. When Blood Meets Earth is a story of power, sacrifice, and the fight for liberation. Bum, bum, bum. It really didn't really give away much. All it really gave away is she's the Grim Reaper's daughter, or she's the Reaper's daughter, or she's the daughter of Reaper and Earth. I don't know what that means. It said a power is awakened in her after she bumps into a thief, but it don't really give away much, so sucks. I thought it was gonna give me a little bit more information about it. Wherever she is, you know, she probably cold-blooded though. Okay, and then the last one I'm gonna do is something called The Perfect Family by Kalia Van Blakel. Oh, you hit me in the head, punk. Get down. Okay, so this one is about 16-year-old Lena has always wished to be a big family, but when she discovers she has a Muslim grandfather and aunt she never knew, she learns that her family comes with tangled histories she may not be able to heal. Ooh, this is long. Okay. Lonely Lena is close with her young single mother. Still, she has always secretly dreamed of having more. A huge family to cheer her on her graduation, a gaggle of smiling faces at holidays, but one calls from the hospital and her mother's hidden past comes to light. Her grandfather is in the ER and her aunt is with him in recovery. Sorry, who? But with the family comes family secrets. Lena's mother, and as Lena grows closer with the new family behind her mother's back on her own, Lena mom warns that Lena's grandfather, Tariq, financially generosity doesn't come without strings attached. Like Lena converting to Islam, fighting for a spot at the top university, and adhering to restrictive rules that she ran from all these years ago, Lena isn't sure who to trust. Yet, trust your mama. That doesn't make sense. Your mama been there for you all your life. Trust your mama. Anyway, back to the story. Yet she's certain that she adores Trazik and her mother, and that she's the only one who can heal old hurts. After too many years, is it even possible? And if she can't, will she have the choose between them? A big family was the dream, but with all the drama, is it? Warm, witty, and sometimes serious, My Perfect Family is a generational narration that gives voices to Black Muslim women, a thoughtful explanation of intersection between gender and religion. I'm sorry, I have problems with people's names. Van Blerkel sophomore novel is a heartfelt tale of forging one's own path while loving those who straight by your side. You know, when I was starting to read it, it gave the vibe of like, not that true story, but it gave the vibe of like, oh, this feels like she's writing based off experiences, so that's cool. But yeah, she talk about, I got another family over here you never told me about. They got money, they cool, sure they got their secrets, but apparently you got your secrets too, mama, because you ain't telling me about my other family. Now I don't know who to trust anymore, because you telling me don't trust them. But she your mama, bro. She been there for you ever. Okay, that's it. Shauna Sagaji is out. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Bye.